Get ready, folks. Major changes coming into the weather, including the potential for Arctic air spilling out of Canada and setting up the stage for not only cold weather, but wintry weather across the East Coast. And we also have severe weather concerns to talk about. Hi, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice, keeping you posted around the clock for severe weather. In fact, if you're new to the page, please consider liking this video, subscribing, and then turning on notifications. I provide you with early warnings of severe weather, a reliable forecast you can count on, and a direct approach you won't find anywhere else. So let's get right to it, folks. We've got a lot to talk about, including the risk for more tornadoes in the South. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama placed this morning under a new risk for severe weather. It's a high risk, and it's kind of an eye-opening outlook for Friday, telling us that there's a high risk for severe weather, including the potential for strong winds and additional tornadoes. In fact, when I look specifically at the risks, that being high winds and tornadoes, not only do we know that there's a risk, but this map here shows you the intensity. So the black netting here, that black hatched area over South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama tells you that not only is there potential for severe weather, but it's enhanced severe weather, significant severe weather. So not just strong winds, but winds that could be over 70 miles per hour. Not just tornadoes, but tornadoes that could be in excess of EF2 or greater. So how does it all unfold? Well, right now I see this ingredient taking shape back toward Texas, Louisiana on Thursday night, Friday morning, and then it starts to shift to the east and northeast throughout the day. So we'll need to watch that closely, and we need to watch the potential for a lot of heavy rainfall in this area. Here it comes. Those ingredients get into South Carolina about 4 p.m. on Friday, and that would lead to an interesting 3 or 4 hours there while we watch those storms roll through. Not only that, but you got the potential here of an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain coming into the Carolinas and Georgia, in excess of the 5 inches you had earlier this week, up toward the northeast, an additional 2 inches. It has just been so soggy, but it's been liquid. It's not been snow. Our time is running out on that, folks. I see very, very cold Arctic air moving in as we go throughout next week. We're talking about Sunday, Monday. These temperatures are some 20 to 30 degrees below normal. Winter about to shift into a whole other gear here, folks. It's about to be really cold, and that air mass moderates as it shifts to the east, but it's still going to be mighty cold. Anything green or below spells below normal temperatures. It's just the darker these colors get, the more below normal they get. So toward the 20th, we actually get another piece of that shifting in. It's a smaller piece of the polar vortex, but it's there, okay? So just how cold, you might ask? Well, look at this. It's already quite chilly this weekend into early next week, but look at this. Spilling out of Canada, look at this. We got minus 15, minus 20 up here toward Iowa, Arkansas. Some of this below zero temperature gets down into Tennessee by Tuesday morning. Memphis, Nashville, 0, -1, -2. Kentucky, Asheville, 12. 18 to 19 in Greenville and Spartanburg, 16 in Atlanta Metro, 20 in Charlotte. It's coming toward the northeast too. Here we go. 11, 10, 12 for Jersey, New York City, -1 back toward the mountains in upstate New York. Here we go into parts of Thursday. It's just going to stay cold all next week with another little piece of this coming in toward next week. What about snow? Let's map that out because I do see the potential of snow, not with this one on Friday. That one's stormy and rainy. But going into Martin Luther King night, this would be really Martin Luther King Day for Tennessee. You got snow. Kentucky, you got snow. It's mainly rain in the Carolinas as of now, unless that track changes somehow. And then as we get up toward the northeast, Tuesday into Wednesday, this is the first big snow that's actually made it all the way to the I-95 corridor. So it's not a lot because it's on the back end and it's for a shorter period of time. But you've got the potential here of at least some measurable snowfall in these areas. Let me show you just how much I'm talking about with this brand new model that just came in. It's showing about 1 to 3 inches in western North Carolina, and then 1 to 3 along the I-95 corridor. Higher amounts up toward upstate New York, and then up through West Virginia, parts of Pennsylvania. This will be a pretty good snow up that way. Our models here are telling us as we go deeper into the forecast here, we're going to turn cold, staying through about the 21st, 22nd. But notice how this graph starts to go up. That doesn't mean you're going to turn warm immediately, but it does tell you we'll at least get closer to normal toward the 24th, 25th, 26th. So I would expect us to stay below normal in the East Coast through at least probably the 23rd, 24th, and then we start to near normal going into February 1st, which would set the stage up for us getting cold again that first or second week of February. So we're going to watch this closely for you, folks. As always, please consider subscribing to this page. I give you those early warnings as I see it. I don't sugarcoat it for you. I'm a chief meteorologist on TV in Greenville, South Carolina. I love what I do. It's a passion. I love sharing you with that information here on YouTube as well. Facebook, Instagram, it's a passion of mine. So please consider subscribing to this page if you do not already. Folks, I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day. Stay tuned for that severe threat, okay?